Get ready, news junkies. We're diving headfirst into a financial bombshell from Juventus, and you're not going to believe the numbers. Then, we're switching gears to the pitch, where Adidas is dropping a brand new look that's set to turn heads. And we've got the inside scoop on which Juventus stars will be rocking them. Next up, a penalty puzzle that has the Bianconeri rethinking their strategy after some crucial misses. Who's stepping up to the spot, and what needs to change? And finally, we're going deep on just how much money is really being spent in Turin and whether it's actually translating to wins. Stick around, you won't want to miss this. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Juventus's financial strategy is under the microscope, and the numbers are staggering. It turns out that Juventus has spent an eye-watering €875 million over the last 6 seasons, a period where they haven't secured a Scudetto since 2020. This massive figure, detailed by La Gazzetta dello Sport, includes transfer fees, bonuses, and loan-to-permanent deal charges for players who actually made it to the first team. Shareholders, led by Exor, have injected nearly €1 billion since 2019, but the real issue isn't a lack of funds. It's how that money has been spent. The club has seen multiple governance changes, from the Andrea Agnelli era to the current leadership, with a pattern of expensive signings like Arthur €80 M, Chiesa €54 M, and Vlahovic €85 M, failing to deliver consistent results. Even recent acquisitions in the 2024-25 season, such as Koopmeiners, Douglas Luiz, and Nico Gonzalez, have fallen short of expectations, while talents like Huijsen were sold for significantly less than their potential market value. The 2025-26 season saw further substantial investments in Conceição and Openda, with mixed results. In fact, Bremer stands out as one of the few major signings to have truly met expectations. This analysis strongly suggests that for Juventus, the problem isn't a shortage of money, but rather a consistent misallocation of resources in the transfer market. Fans are buzzing online, questioning the club's recruitment strategy and demanding accountability. Analysts are pointing to these figures as evidence of systemic issues in player acquisition and development. The debate rages on. Is it the players, the management, or the entire system that's broken? But that's not the only drama unfolding at Juventus. Stay tuned, because we're about to reveal a stylish new development hitting the pitch that will have players looking as sharp as they play. Get ready for a style revolution on the pitch, as Adidas unveils its electrifying new ice-cold precision pack. Launching for Spring-Summer 2026, this collection is set to redefine football boot aesthetics. Juventus stars will be among the first to showcase these cutting-edge designs, featuring the iconic Predator and the dynamic F50 boots. The Predator boasts a sleek light gray upper, accented with blue on the 3 stripes and fold-over tongue, and finished with vibrant neon green details on the heel counter and logo. Meanwhile, the F50 Elite arrives in a stunning electric blue with neon green 3 stripes, designed for players who thrive on speed and unexpected brilliance. This launch fuels Adidas's playful Team Predator versus Team F50 rivalry, challenging players worldwide to choose their allegiance. Glesson Bremer is set to dominate in the new Predator Elite, designed for ultimate control, while Francisco Conceição and Kenan Yildiz will put the F50 Elite, built for breaking conventions, to the test. These boots officially drop on March 30th, available both online and at select Adidas stores and retailers. Football enthusiasts and fashion critics alike are already dissecting the new designs, with social media abuzz about the ice-cold precision aesthetic. The rivalry between Predator and F50 loyalists is heating up, promising fierce on-pitch battles and exciting discussions off it. Now, from looking good to scoring goals, Juventus faces a different kind of pressure on the field. We're diving into a critical issue that could be costing them dearly: their penalty-taking woes. Juventus is facing a critical challenge from the penalty spot, and it's time for a serious change in strategy. After a string of missed penalties in Serie A, the Bianconeri are under pressure to overhaul their approach to spot kicks. The negative streak began with Jonathan David's miss against Lex, followed by Kenan Yıldız's failed attempt against Cremonese. While Manuel Locatelli successfully converted a penalty against Galatasaray, his recent tame effort against Sassuolo allowed the opponent to escape with a crucial point. This inconsistency is particularly concerning given Juventus's current fight for a Champions League spot, with missed penalties potentially costing them vital points. The situation is compounded by a lack of clarity in penalty-taking hierarchy, with players like Locatelli and Yıldız both expressing desire, leading to deliberation even before the kick. Manager Luciano Spalletti acknowledged that while Locatelli is the designated taker, the process itself sparks wide discussion. Tuttosport is urging Juventus to eliminate this uncertainty, emphasizing that the designated taker must focus solely on execution, not justification. Fans are expressing frustration online, demanding a clear and decisive penalty taker to end the recent blunders. Pundits are debating whether this recurring issue reflects deeper team dynamics or simply a run of bad luck. But the challenges for Juventus don't stop at penalties. We're now going to expose a massive financial reality that's been unfolding behind the scenes, and it's bigger than you think. Juventus's financial performance is under intense scrutiny, revealing a staggering expenditure of €875 million over the last 6 seasons. Despite failing to win the Scudetto since 2020, the club has consistently invested heavily in its squad. According to La Gazzetta dello Sport, this massive sum covers permanent signings, transfer fees, accrued bonuses, and loan-to-permanent deal charges for players who actually join the first team. Shareholders, including Exor, have supported the club with 4 capital injections totaling €998 million since 2019. However, the core issue highlighted is not a lack of funding, but rather the effectiveness of its deployment. The period since their last league title has seen significant shifts in club governance, with multiple leadership changes. Analysis of transfer campaigns reveals a recurring pattern of costly signings that have underperformed, such as Arthur €80 million, Chiesa €54 million, and Vlahovic €85 million. The 2020-2025 season saw further disappointing returns from expensive acquisitions like Koopmeiners, Douglas Luiz, and Nico Gonzalez, while promising talents like Huijsen were sold for a fraction of their potential market value. The 2025-26 season continued this trend with substantial investments in players like Conceição and Openda. Bremer is noted as one of the few major signings to have met expectations, underscoring the broader issue of inefficient spending. The evidence strongly suggests that Juventus's primary challenge lies in its transfer market strategy rather than financial capacity. The club's fanbase is vocal about the perceived mismanagement of funds, with many calling for greater transparency and accountability in player recruitment. Financial analysts are closely examining these figures to understand the long-term implications for the club's sustainability and competitiveness. We've covered a lot of ground today, from financial woes to on-field struggles. But before you go, let's do a quick rewind of the biggest stories. All right, that's a wrap on today's must-know news. We've seen Juventus spend an unbelievable €875 million without a Scudetto, Adidas dropping a fire new boot pack hitting the Juventus squad, the Bianconeri facing a penalty kick crisis that needs fixing, and a deep dive into the club's massive spending habits. Don't miss out on future updates. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, drop a comment below to let us know your thoughts, and follow us on all our social media platforms. We'll see you next time.